Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy Youtober. I think this video will be day 5. And I wanted to do a little life update video. I didn't upload anything the last 2 days, even though I'm doing Youtober where you're supposed to upload every single day, and I wanted to give you guys an update about that. A life update. We haven't had a life update since I moved into my beautiful apartment. And I wanted to talk about all of the new things going on in my life. So let's start off with like why I didn't upload the last 2 days. So the last video I had uploaded was like a self-care night ritual that I had done one of the last few days my brother was here, which was super amazing and so freaking needed. And just the next day after I did that, I'm pretty sure it was the day my brother left. What is it? Yeah, so that would have been, my brother left on Monday, and I was just feeling so drained. Because Caleb was here for a week, and then Caleb left, and literally the next day my brother came because him and his girlfriend had some problems, and so he came and visited just to like blow off some steam and come and hang out and shop and beach, and we started surfing. And it was just like very, very immediate. I am the type of person who needs a lot of alone time. I'm very independent. I really need to recharge. My rituals are super important to me. They really ground me. I like having a lot of time and space to do that. I like being boring if I want to be boring and busy when I want to be busy. And my brother is such a busybody. When we got here, we had to like, we always like do a million things. And so I just like embraced it. I was like, let's do all of the things. And it was awesome. It was such a good time, but I was so tired afterwards. And that leads me to the whole point of why I'm talking about this, why I upload the last 2 days, because it's like, oh, well, being tired is kind of an excuse, right? So we're looking at all the things that are going on in our lives, and we're like, okay, we all have a million things going on. Your excuse is that you're tired. But I was at this point where I was like, I can whip something together, like a video or something, that is like okay and nice and well put together, but it's not gonna be to the level of quality that I would have wanted it to be. So it was just like I was faced with the option of one, just upload something. I didn't have anything pre-recorded. I already used those videos that I had done in advance, and it was like, okay, I just upload something, or I could take my time, take my space, recharge, and then upload something that I'm really, really proud of. And to me, that is way more important than just like whipping something together last minute, right? Guys, I'm so ridiculous. I'm literally wearing sunglasses in my own apartment, but it's so bright, and I have such weak eyes. Like, I have great vision, but I have really just weak eyeballs. So we're just gonna have to deal with sunglasses. So I took 2 days off. I really needed to recharge. The day my brother left, we went to the beach, I'm pretty sure. No, we didn't. We went shopping, we hung out at the pool and just whatever, because he left really early in the afternoon, got some food. And then the rest of the day, I literally fucking slept. Like, I was knocked, napping on and off. And yesterday I was like, okay, I'm gonna get all these things done. And I was in kind of a weird mood, still not fully charged up, worked a little bit, and then I went surfing and was super chill. And now I finally feel like, okay, I have my reset days, and now I feel really excited to dive back into work. I'm filming 3 videos today, podcasting, all of the things. And it was just a huge lesson in like, when you're doing a massive up level in your life, a massive up level in the energy you're taking in, you also need to massively up level your self-care. And so like the whole 2 weeks between Caleb being here and then my brother being here, I was thinking like, okay, what are boundaries I want to have in place for myself? Like, does that mean when people come, because they obviously stay with us because we have a guest room, it's like when people come, does that mean I'm gonna wake up a little bit earlier to have more time for myself? Or does that mean at night, once it's 10 p.m., I like am taking that time for myself? What are those boundaries gonna look like? Because I do need to recharge. And it can be a lot when you're hosting people and taking them around doing all the things, because you like obviously want to hang out with them and spend time with them and do fun things, but also you have to take care of yourself. So just tons of lessons around that and boundaries I want to put in place and recharge. And after the 2 days of like taking it really easy and just like doing me, I feel charged up and ready to go and like inspired to figure out how to make things work better for me in the future. I'm in a big phase of learning how to work smarter, not harder. Not that I ever really work hard, but I just felt super off the last 2 weeks because I was so busy like taking care of everybody else. I felt like I wasn't taking as good care of myself and the things that are important to me as well. So anyways, that's why I took 2 days off. I just really needed to recharge and recenter. My mind has been all over the place. And that's like kind of the next thing I want to talk about is like a business update almost. I am going to be changing the way that I do things in my business, not like outwardly. You guys won't really see any differences, but it's more of like the behind the scenes stuff. I really want to focus on creating high quality content always. And so I want to be like bashing photo shoots. I'm going to be churning out way more content, and that just requires focus. And I've talked about batching on here before, and in master classes, it's like when you sit down to create a bunch of content all at once. It's like one day to do a bunch of YouTube videos, and one day to record a bunch of podcast episodes, and one day to do a bunch of emails in advance. So everything is kind of set up and batched and ready to go, because I would love to spend more of my day just in like free and flow and like everything's taken care of because everything was batched beforehand, you know? And that's when we have more time for ourselves and to do the things that we want anyways. So figuring out a lot of that. And it's interesting when you own a business because every level there's new things you get to delegate, right? It's like when I hired my very first employee who still works with me, it was like, okay, I don't want to do Pinterest anymore. I don't want to like schedule pins. Like, can you do that? And then it was like, can you do some graphics for me? Can you make these workbooks for me? And then I was like, can you do PR for me? As you go through the motions of business and life, you see all these things that you don't need to be doing. So I'm in my next evolution of that, and I'm seeing all of these little things that I do that I don't need to be doing, right? And so one of the things I do is I take all the pictures for Stardust Designs because I'm the one, I own like all of the merch, and so it's easy when we need a new picture for the Instagram feed, I just like hop in it and we take a picture here. I don't have to do that. Like we can easily have a manager for the brand who has all of the merch at home and who can like go take photos and do photo shoots. Like that's not something I need to be doing. So that's something. And then like there's just a bunch of admin techie things that I don't need to be doing, and I don't know, stuff like that that I have my hands in that I no longer need to. So phasing in and out of that, working on some new projects that I'm super excited about. Me and one of my one-on-one clients, she's an artist, are working on a really cool and secret project right now. I'm so excited. I don't know when it's gonna be out and ready, but just know it's gonna be epic and you're gonna want a piece of the pie. I cannot wait. So there's businesses happening behind the scenes. There are boundaries being put up. And I can talk about boundaries more if that's something you guys are interested in. I think it's something we all struggle with because nobody really teaches boundaries, which is why I want to share all this with you. And it's interesting because just yesterday I had a podcast interview and somebody was asking me, this beautiful girl who's interviewing me, she was like, you're so good at sharing the up levels. Like what is like the process and like when you're being super vulnerable, what's going on there? And I have an up level process that is in 3 steps. And it's like a 3-week process typically. So like week 1 is when you make that up level, when you make a big decision or that you're doing something crazy, you're doing something different. And that could be like, okay, you're hiring an employee or you're starting the business or you're going on a trip or you're ready to up level and invest in a program or you're starting YouTube, whatever it might be, you take that leap. Right? And so that's the first week and you're like vibing, you're like, oh my gosh, all this is happening, this is so great, this is so cool. And then week 2 hits and you're like, holy fuck, I don't know how to do all this. And you're like, I have this, and this on my calendar, and now I have to do this, and how am I gonna manage to do that? And I'm really tired, and like, I don't know what to do here. And it's kind of like the panic phase. And then week 3, you figure out how to sort it all out. And that is the exact process I feel like I just went through. Like week 1, when Caleb was here, I also launched my 7 Days to the Monets program, and I had over 100 students sign up. I was not expecting that at all. It was amazing and epic and like so fun, but it was like all of that was happening. Youtober started, we went to Palm Springs, Caleb was here, all of this stuff, and that was like a huge up level. And I was like, yes, this is like next level shit. Like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then my brother was here, and then it was the craziness, right? It was like, oh my gosh, now everything's sinking in, now everything's really happening, and how do I schedule it all? And now I finally feel like I'm in the phase where I'm like, okay, let's figure out how to handle this. Let's figure out how to ground this down. So it's interesting how these phases kind of go. And it really speaks to how we deal with energy in life. You know, it's like our up levels always require us to handle the next level of energy, which I talked about on my podcast last week. So I was just learning to manage the next level of energy, essentially. So all that. And then what is another life update? So I've been living in LA for a couple of months now and haven't really like gone out. Not a lot of things are open. I mean, some of the patios, the restaurants are, and things are starting to open up now. But I've been wanting to like get out and about more, like meet people, have hobbies, go out and do things. And I've started doing two things. One, I am learning to surf, and it is so fun. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I've been talking about it nonstop. My brother was like, we have to surf when he was here. And I was like, fuck yes, let's do it. And we did it, and it was so much fun. And I've literally gone like 3 times since. I can't get enough. I am not good at all yet. I'm still very much so a beginner, but it is so much fun. And like, you put on the wetsuit, and I just like feel so cool getting out in the waves. It's really time for you to just get out of your head and into your body and flow with the ocean. I really, really love it. So surfing things happening. And then the second thing that I'm doing to like get out and about in LA is I actually downloaded Bumble BFF. So this is not sponsored. I so wish it was, because Bumble BFF is so lit. It's like, you guys know the dating apps, right? Like obviously Bumble is one of them, and then you can do Bumble BFF where you are on there to like meet friends. So I have it on there to meet like other women here in LA, and I have like a very specific description. Like, I want to hang out with like bougie spiritual women, and it's been so fun, like connecting with different people, and a lot of people live around me. I already have like a couple of coffee dates set up. Like, I'm getting coffee with a girl tomorrow. I'm hanging out. I think I'm like, I don't know, going out with some girl this weekend, and then I have like we're gonna do like beach coffee on Sunday. Just meeting all these cool people. Some of them locals who like are gonna show me different places. Some of them surf, and we're gonna go surf together. Others we're just newbies together, and it's been super fun like having those conversations. I've never been one to like have a big group of friends. I'm very, very independent. I'm always busy. I'm always traveling. So like, I have friends obviously, but like having a big group of friends where you hang out all the time and you have a group chat has never really been my thing. And now that I'm like really settling down in LA, I kind of want that to be the next development. And I was interviewed on a different podcast recently. She was asking me what area of my life I'm improving, and I said relationships, because since I've never had that dynamic of like a group that I'm in, like a friend group, I have a lot of limiting beliefs around it, where I feel a little bit uncomfortable, like, I don't know, meeting all these new people and feeling like uncomfortable, like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What if they don't like me? It brings up all of these things, right? And so in this, like surfing and the making new friends is just bringing up like super next level lessons for me, because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go try something new. Okay, I'm gonna go meet new people. I'm gonna put myself out there, and that obviously makes us uncomfortable, but that's when we grow. So I'm really excited about that. Meeting super cool people in LA, and so there are some people who live outside of LA, like in Orange County or down in Long Beach, so I'll get to travel here, there, and everywhere to like meet people, which is gonna be super, super fun. And then I think my last update is I'm getting a new tattoo soon, which I don't know if you guys care, but my friend Connor does tattoos, and he was tattooing me when I lived in Lincoln. He actually moved out to California like 2 or 3 months before I did, so it's worked out perfectly. Basically get to keep him all to myself, and he lives about an hour away, so in like 2 weeks I'm going to get a new tattoo from him. I'm getting a tarot card tattoo. It's gonna be super cute. I'm not gonna tell you which one, but I'm getting it on, surprise, my arm. And I'm really, really excited about that. So I think that's like everything in my life. A lot of different things have been happening, going on behind the scenes. Yeah, I just really needed to recharge after those 2 weeks. It brought up so many lessons about boundaries and how I want to run my business and how I want to run my life. And also, I feel like since I don't work a normal 9 to 5, my schedule's a little bit different. And my brother doesn't work a 9 to 5 either. So for us, we have a ton of flexibility. But I, as a Capricorn, still really, really love structure. So I'm like, okay, I want people to come visit me, and I want people to stay with me for weeks at a time. But what is my structure going to look like for my work, you know? And everything is just teaching you a lesson. It's teaching you how to unfold that next level. And so I feel like having visitors for 2 weeks was really showing me all of that. Yeah, making friends, surfing, getting tattoos, doing all the things, working on secret projects, the most annoying thing a YouTuber can tell you. But it's all gonna be so amazing. So that's everything that's been going on in my Kayla world. I've also been shopping a lot. You guys, the video 2 days from now is gonna be a fall haul, which I know you are going to love. I'm actually washing the clothes right now. And yeah, so I think that's everything. Thanks for catching up with me. Thanks for having an afternoon coffee with me. And I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. And happy Youtober.